Have you ever been lying in bed, right next to the person you thought was the one, and felt an inexplicable, crushing sense of loneliness? You look at them, but it's as if you're looking through a veil. They are perfect on paper. They do everything right. Yet, there is a hollow space between your soul and theirs. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, would tell you that the person you are lying next to isn't actually there. Or rather, you aren't seeing them. Most of what we call love in the modern world is not a connection between two human beings. It is a collision between two ghosts, two carefully constructed projections of our own imagination. We fall in love with a blueprint we've created in the dark corners of our minds. We dress our partners in the clothes of our own unfulfilled desires and then wonder why we feel betrayed when the fabric starts to tear. Today, we are going to burn the blueprint. To vibrate higher and attract real transformative love, you must first have the courage to witness the death of your illusions. We are diving deep into the 5 toxic fantasies that are keeping your frequency locked in a cycle of suffering. Let's face the shadow. I can change him. She just needs the right kind of love to finally bloom. How many times have we whispered these lies to ourselves while standing in the ruins of a toxic relationship? We call it compassion or loyalty, but Jung calls it something much more sinister, the projection of the unlived life. Deep within your unconscious, there are parts of you that were shamed, silenced, or buried during your childhood. Perhaps you were told that being wild was bad, or that being vulnerable was weak. These suppressed traits don't just vanish, they form a hungry entity called the shadow. When you meet someone who embodies these very traits, someone who is broken, wild, or emotionally unavailable, your soul feels an electric, almost magnetic pull. You aren't trying to save them. You are trying to save the part of yourself that you see mirrored in them. You think that if you can fix their chaos, you will finally find peace with your own. But here is the hard truth. You cannot love someone into a version of themselves that doesn't exist yet. When you focus your energy on fixing another person, you are essentially telling the universe that the present moment is not enough, and that you are not enough without this project. This creates an energetic frequency of lack. You are vibrating at the level of a predator or a beggar, constantly trying to manipulate the external world to satisfy an internal hunger. This is why these relationships feel so exhausting. You aren't growing, you are managing. Jung warned that whatever we do not bring to consciousness will appear in our lives as fate. If you don't face your own internal emptiness, you will be destined to keep falling in love with projects that leave you bankrupt. To vibrate higher, you must take back the power you've given to this savior complex. You must realize that your partner is a sovereign being, not a canvas for your unfinished business. The second illusion is perhaps the most dangerous because it masquerades as virtue. It is the good persona act. You are the partner who never complains. The one who sacrifices every Sunday to do what they want. The one who swallows their anger to keep the peace. You believe that by being perfect, you earn the right to be loved. But Jung discovered a terrifying law of the human psyche. The more we identify with our light persona, the mask of the saint, the darker and more volatile our shadow becomes. By trying to be only good, you are splitting yourself in half. You are presenting a curated, sterile version of yourself to your partner. When you play a character to be loved, you are never actually loved. Because deep down, you know that if you showed your partner your jealousy, your rage, or your ugly truths, they might leave. So you stay trapped in a vibration of inauthenticity. Inauthenticity is a low-frequency state. It is heavy, stagnant, and repulsive to true intimacy. Think about the high-profile relationship of Elvis and Priscilla Presley. Priscilla was molded into a perfect porcelain doll, a good persona designed to fit Elvis's fantasies. But as she suppressed her own identity to stay in that role, the energy of the relationship soured. True love requires the presence of the whole person, not just the highlights. When you sacrifice your boundaries in the name of love, you aren't being selfless. You are being selfless. Literally, you are losing yourself. And a person without a self has no frequency to vibrate from. Real love is not about two masks looking at each other. It is about two shadows coming into the light together. Stop being nice and start being real. Integrity, the state of being one with yourself, is the only frequency that can attract a partner who truly sees you. If you are tired of being the perfect martyr, it's time to take off the mask and see who is actually underneath. The third toxic illusion is a thief of time, loving the potential. You fall in love with a person's talent, their soul, or the person they could be if they just stopped drinking, or started working, or finally went to therapy. You are in love with a ghost from the future. In Jungian psychology, this is a classic case of the anima, or animus projection. We have an internal image of the ideal other, the perfect masculine or feminine energy that completes us. When we meet someone who has even 10% of that image, we hallucinate the other 90%. We fill in the gaps with our own fantasies. This is a form of spiritual violence. When you love someone for their potential, you are effectively telling them, "Who you are right now is a disappointment. I am only here for the improved version." This creates a massive energetic anchor. You are constantly waiting for the real relationship to start, while life is passing you by. This illusion keeps your vibration stuck in a state of waiting. And as long as you are waiting, you are not living. Jung taught us that wholeness is found in the acceptance of what is. To vibrate higher, you must drop the fantasy. You must look at your partner today with their flaws, their laziness, their current reality and ask, if this person never changed a single thing for the next 40 years, would I still want to be here? If the answer is no, then you aren't in love with them. You are in love with your own imagination. Relinquishing this fantasy is painful. It feels like a death. But it is only through this death that you can be reborn into a frequency of presence. High vibration love only exists in the now. It doesn't live in maybe or someday. Stop waiting for the ghost to become a human and start loving the human, or have the courage to walk away. Now we reach the most uncomfortable truth of all. Illusion 4 is the belief that our partners are the cause of our emotional suffering. We think, if only they weren't so cold, I wouldn't feel so insecure, or if they weren't so messy, I wouldn't be so stressed. Jung's most famous insight was that everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Your partner is not a source of pain, they are a mirror. They are showing you the parts of your own shadow that you have refused to own. If their coldness triggers you, it is likely because you have a part of yourself that is frozen in trauma, waiting to be thawed. If their irresponsibility enrages you, it may be because you have suppressed your own spontaneity for too long. When we blame our partners, we are vibrating at the frequency of a victim, and victims can never vibrate high. To shift your frequency, you must stop looking at their behavior and start looking at your reaction. This is the core of shadow work. Instead of saying, "You are hurting me," try saying, "This situation is revealing a wound I already had." This shift is massive. It takes the power away from the external world and places it back in your hands. You stop being a reactor and start being a creator. When you stop using your partner as a scapegoat for your internal darkness, the relationship stops being a battlefield and starts being a temple of growth. You realize that your annoying partner is actually your greatest teacher, pushing every button until you finally decide to heal the circuit. Finally, we must address the twin flame or soulmate myth, the idea that there is one person out there who will perfectly fit our soul with zero friction. We believe that real love should be easy and that conflict is a sign that we've found the wrong person. Jung laughed at this notion. He viewed marriage and deep partnership as an alchemical process. In alchemy, to turn lead into gold, you don't just put them together, you put them in a vas bene clausum, a tightly sealed vessel, and you apply heat. The heat is the conflict, the friction is the point. The wrong person is often the right person, because they are the only ones capable of triggering the chemical reaction needed for your evolution. If you run away every time there is a disagreement, searching for a higher vibration partner who never challenges you, you are actually avoiding the very process that creates high vibration. Gold is not found, it is forged. A high vibration relationship is not one where there is no darkness, but one where both people have the courage to hold a flashlight for each other in the dark. It is about two whole individuals, two people who have done their shadow work choosing to walk together, knowing that the road will be rocky. Give up the illusion of the effortless romance. It doesn't exist. Real love is a deliberate, sometimes difficult, alchemical transformation. So, where does this leave us? To vibrate higher in love, you don't need to change your partner, and you certainly don't need to find a new one. You need to reclaim the parts of your soul that you've scattered across these 5 toxic illusions. You must take back your saving complex, strip off the good persona mask, kill the potential fantasy, look into the shadow mirror, and embrace the alchemical heat of conflict. When you do this, you stop seeking love as a way to fill yourself and start expressing love as an overflow of your own wholeness. That is the highest frequency a human can reach. It is the shift from being a needy ghost to becoming a conscious creator of your own heart. If this journey into the Jungian depths moved you, please hit the like button and subscribe to join our community of seekers. It tells the algorithm that deep, transformative content matters. And I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 illusions are you committing to let go of today? Type your commitment in the comments below. Naming it is the first step to integrating it. Let's face the shadow together.